coaches, warm up at 9 years old and 10-year-olds in particular is a critical visual time for you as a staff. John can tell you, I know, Roger knows, the head coach should run the warm-up. What that tells your kids is warm-up is important. It's something that I value as the head coach. Okay? If the kids are warming up and they look over here and here's the two assistant coaches playing catch and the head coach is standing over here talking to the team mom, what does that tell the kids? It's not important. Okay? Remember, it's a combination of what you say, but also what you do. All right, John's going to show you a warm-up. This is the one he used. John, go ahead.
Okay. We used to spend the first day of practice, I could spend about 30 minutes on the warm-ups. Second practice, we're going to take you 20, 15 about the rest of them. You got to get the kids in good condition. Okay? The one thing you don't want to do as a coach, you don't want to have to go out there on the field and just pick up some kid that's been hurt. There's only a couple ways that you know that you can do to prevent that. One is to teach them proper technique. The other is to have them in as good a shape as you can. Now, Darren mentioned, I think it's important for the head coach, if you can, if it's not your personality, you may have to get assistant. But you want, it's all about tempo, and making sure they understand the importance of the warm-up. First thing I always do is I never wore sunglasses when I coach. Kids need to see the eyes. They need to see your intensity. If you're being sarcastic, if you're being cynical, you need to see the little twinkle in your eye when you're really just kidding. I never wore sunglasses when I coach. So what I always do, can I get about 12 guys to volunteer, about 3 deep behind those 4 cones, real quick, and we're going to show you what I would do. First thing, when the kids got together and whatnot, first thing I do is blow the whistle. We find a spot just for a quick lap. Now don't send them on a marathon. Just something quick to get their blood going. Find about 3 deep on each one. First thing we do is come back. Everything, the exercise and the warm-ups we do, both static and dynamic. Some of them you're doing stretches while you're standing. Some of them you're doing motion. You're doing it as you go. First thing, you're going to do some skips. What I want you to do, take a hop. You're just going to skip. Be high, pump the arms, go all the way down the cone. First group, ready, go. Second group, go. Tempo. The last thing you want to do at 9 years old is give these kids a chance just to stand around and kind of watch. I hate lines. Okay? Kid standing in a line, he's going to end up hanging around, playing grab, not paying attention. Okay. Okay, next we're going to do stride outs. So it's kind of the first baseman drill. You're going out, and then you're switching. What are you doing? You're working on the quads, working on the calves. Okay, first group, go. Never a race. Good job. Pump them up. Tell them good job. Man, boy, Sammy. Way to go, Jimmy. Next, go. Okay? Let's go. Good job. The other thing we always tell you want to do, finish.
Stranger, please.
Every drill that you do, finish. You don't run 99 yards and stop at the one. You go through the cone. All right. Next one, like this. Every warm-up drill you do has purpose. Working on a muscle group. You're going to see different 9 years old, totally different body type. Short, pudgy kids, tall, skinny kids, little kids, slow kids, fast kids. You've got to watch. Every kid's going to be doing a little different. Just want to track Coach him out. If you taught me this, nice little warm-up drill. Hydrants, take 2 steps, knee straight up, knee straight out. Work on the groin, getting a good stretch on the groin. So take 2 steps, do the other one. First group, go. Good. Nice job. Couple steps. Some of the kids always like fanny kickers. They're just running and kicking themselves in their fannies. You're getting a good stretch on the quad. Go. Keep the tempo high. Sometimes we'll do them front and back. We'll do it up and back. We're just cutting a little short. High knee. We've all done this. Just get your knees high. High as you can. Ready? Go. Just get your knees high. Go. Good. Go. If you like a whistle, start with a whistle. If you want to do it on its count, that's fine too. Next one we like to do is what we call the side slide. What you're doing here is you're getting a good stretch on the groin again. Okay? Get them down, facing this way. Hands up, back straight, fanny down, reach out, slide. Reach out, slide. Looks a lot like maybe pass protection. We're getting a 2-for-1 on this one. We're getting a little bit of pass protection drill, and we're getting a good stretch on our legs. Okay, ready? Go. Look at me, hands up here, good. Go. Good job, go. All the way through the cone, Finish every drill, stress it. Finish every drill. Okay, so we'll do it one way. Typically we'll do it back the same way, facing the other way, because then you stretch the other way. Don't turn them around and you only stretch them one side. Then we'll do a little backwards twice. Running backwards. I have seen over the years most everything I know about football I've stolen from somebody else. Okay? Over the years of different coaches' clinics, I've seen a lot of different strategies, or a lot of different talks about how to run backwards out of a DB. Some of them milk the cow, and then some of them say, no, don't milk the cow. You want them here, you want the hands in the holsters, whatever you're comfortable with there. The big thing is, at 9 years old, chin over the feet. You don't want them like this. You want the chin over the feet so they can move. Okay, ready? Go. 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 Now, what have we just done? 2-for-1, right? We've got a warm-up, and we've just done a defensive back drill. Okay, so we can do that a couple times. Then my favorite, karaoke. Okay, that's where you go sideways, do the legged foot in front, foot behind, foot in front, foot back. This is how you find out which kids have got a little coordination, which ones maybe don't have so much. Ready? Go. 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 And that's it. And same thing. You got to face the same way both times through. Okay? So it's all about tempo. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay. Let's do the same one back so we can get this. Go. 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 Okay, then this time I would spread them down. Okay, come on down. Go on down. Up to here. Space in between. Now we go into some point. In our warm-up drills, we're a little bit more static. We start with a real simple, leave yourself room, face me. Okay, now we just do a simple hamstring stretch, right over left. Stretch it out. Make sure the kids don't bounce. Make sure their eyes are up. Eyes are up so their back is flat. Okay, okay, now do the other way. Just gotta do 5 seconds. Some of these kids will be like Gumby. They are so limber, I mean they're like pretzels. Others are gonna be they're not gonna be very well. Okay, butterfly, go ahead and sit down. Feet together. Get another groin stretch here. Okay, a little bit on each side. Push down a little bit with the elbows. Okay, you get some kids that'll want to be overachievers. You gotta make sure that they're not paying attention. There are some kids that'll just be sitting. Okay, you gotta watch for those. That'll tell you a little something too. Kids that take a break in drills. Okay, these kids might take a break during the game too. All right, now while you're on your back, you want to save time. So you want to have your warm-up drill set up so you can move from one to the other. So we're on our backs. So now lay on your backs, pull your knee to your chest. We're getting a little lower back stretch. Pull your knee to your chest, keep the other leg out straight. Good job, just hold it to it. You know, hey Jimmy, how you doing in school today? That kind of things, you know. Okay, now do the other one. Just real simple, okay? Keep it moving. All right, now this time I won't have you guys do it. We typically, most 9-year-olds are not going to the gym, they're not lifting weights, right? Okay, so right this time, usually I will have them do 10 or 15 sit-ups. Don't have them grab the face mask like we did in the old days. They don't want any neck injury. But typically bent knee, hands on the chest, do about 15 sets. Good for the abdominals, okay? We'll get them started. So we do about 15 of those. Okay, over on your bellies. Face me. Now,
Thank God.
another good quad stretch, you know, is this. I never like to do it standing up because 9-year-olds have a little trouble in balance. They're wandering all over. Do it on their belly, pull your right down. Feel the hump.
Feel the hump.
Okay? Do that for 5 or 6 seconds. Talking to them, giving them a little piece, you know. All right, other way. Real simple. When you're doing it standing on one leg, like I say, they're not getting a good stretch. They could pull some.
John, good coaching point here. This is not playtime for your assistants. What John says, go around and coach them. This is a coach-up time.
Yep.
So if you're the defensive back coach, if you're the O-line, it doesn't matter. Be walking up and down the line, because their natural tendency at this age, at any age, is to look around, coaches and watching, that they're get them in the habit of being coached. And everybody should be involved in practice.
This is the time you can talk to the kid and you can say, hey, you did a good job last night. I like 2 for 1. Every time you get on once, you got to make up it with two bits of praise at least. Okay? So get on them. Hey, Jimmy, you did a good job of going on that hole. You did a good job of breaking down. Now just don't close your eyes. Okay? 2 for 1. 2 for 1. All right. Then from this point, we do some push-ups. We're not going to do that.
Thank God.
9 years old, we're going to see push-ups with arms out here, all over the place. Teach them a good technique. Push them. There's some kids that won't be able to do but 2 or 3. But your goal by the end of the 10 weeks, they can do 10 or 15 push-ups. They're not getting any other core strength training anywhere else. This is your opportunity. Okay, on feet, and I usually do some circles. We'll go golf ball size, baseballs, basketballs, okay, beach balls, okay, and then we'll do backwards. Golf balls, baseballs, basketballs, beach balls, okay, that type of thing. Put your lines down. Pull lines down here, turn around, face me. Then we do about 4 simple, what I call mini conditioning, okay. They've got the blood pumping. Now here's another chance to get a couple things. Typically from this standpoint, we won't have you do it. Get in their stance. We're going to go over the stance a little bit later.
Monkey shape.
Okay? Go on your stance. Have them do a somersault, especially when they get their helmets on. Now, why do we do that? Well, 9 years old, some of the kids still, they're putting on that gear for the first time, and it feels funny, and they don't know quite how to. So we kind of do some somersaults. Also teach us, how to get on your feet and get back up off your feet. So we do a somersault, we sprint through. Then we do a Superman. Out of the 3-point stance, just have them dive out as far as they can. Why do we do that? Just to get them to spring out of their 3-point stance. We do that front and back. Then I have them do a bear crawl. Okay? Why do we have them do that? Well, if you had players like I did, by the time they were 12, over half of them could still have played flag. I had a really small team, so a lot of times in blocking schemes, I couldn't ask a kid, Brady Riley weighing, who was all-state wrestler, but I couldn't ask him, at 70 pounds, and he's trying to block a kid that's 130. Okay? So it's technique. Every once in a while, we bear crawl in a block. Okay? So here again, teaching them the coordination, those types of things. The last thing we would always do, and here again is another 2 for 1, is we just do a simple 20-yard sprint, but I would tell them, okay, right foot first this time. When we start going to the line, we'll talk about it. Most of the kids, they don't think about which foot they start with. Well, when we're talking to the line, if I'm trying to block this guy and the play's going that way, I want to step to get the angle. So we would just do a real simple, we'll do it this time, guys. Just get down whatever kind of 3-point stance you have left. Okay? This time I want you to step first with your right foot. Ready, go! Ready, go! Ready, go! Okay, and this time, step first with your left foot. Ready, go! Ready, go! Okay? You show me good? Sometimes on that point, you go on 1, you go on 2, maybe you go on whistle. Okay? Here's my free point for 9-year-old football. Save your 2s. Okay, when you're coaching. We went on 1, 15 years I coached, went on 1 80% of the time. You save those 2s for 3rd and 4. And if you can teach your kids to be disciplined enough, you'll get that first down every time. Thanks, guys.
Gentlemen, as we said before, there's no right or wrong. You've got that listed, the coach's manual, some drills, some warm-up. You're going to have your own. Adhere to a basic philosophy. Get their blood pumping, do some stretching, finish with some speed work, okay? Now, one of the things that I would do at this point is we would go right to what we called principles.